In this video, I want to explain RVI, which is a powerful indicator on TradingView that effectively helps you to measure the strength of momentum so you can find accurate and profitable trading opportunities in the market. Just make sure you watch this video until the end and let's get started. On TradingView platform, here you just need to click on indicators and search RVI. This one, Relative Vigor Index, which is a built-in indicator on TradingView platform. Alright, this is the indicator, and as you can see, it's added here below the chart. As you can see, we have only two lines here. The green line is RVI line and the red line is signal line, and they help us to know about momentum changes in the market so we can identify turning points of the price on the chart. Before I start explaining how you can use this indicator for trading, if you like my contents, please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Alright, as I said, the green line is RVI line and the red line is signal line. When the green line crosses above the red line, it tells us that there is a shift to an upside momentum in the market. In other words, the upside momentum became greater than the downside momentum, and this gives the possibility that the price is going to advance more. And on the other hand, when the green line crosses below the red line, it tells us that there is a shift to downside momentum. In other words, the downside momentum became greater than the upside momentum, so there is a possibility that the price is going to decline more. But you must pay attention that this indicator shows every momentum changes that are happening in the market. So after crossovers of these two lines, we may just have a short movement of the price after the signal, like in the case of pullbacks, or in trading ranges when the price is moving flat. So we need to filter the bad signals and instead take the ones that can offer longer movement of the price after the crossover. For this purpose, first we add a horizontal line here at level 0.2 and another horizontal line here at minus 0.2. RVI is a momentum oscillator, and you can see that it is oscillating above and below the center line, which is set at 0. So in times that RVI line is far from the center line, it can be a signal for overbought or oversold condition. If it is far above the center line, it could be a signal for overbought, and in times that it is far below the center line, it could be a signal for oversold. And here we use these two levels at 0.2 and minus 0.2 as a benchmark for overbought and oversold conditions. When RVI line is above this level, we can say that it is overbought, so it is probable to have turning of the price, which could be just a pullback. And on the other hand, when RVI line is below this level, we can say it is oversold, so it is probable to have upside turning of the price. Now, in the second step, we should add another indicator that will help us with longer term trend of the market, so we can take crossover signals that are in the same direction with the current trend of the market. For this purpose, here we click on indicators and we search MACD. This one, moving average convergence divergence, and we need to change its settings, so we go to the settings of MACD indicator and we try to give them extreme values so the MACD will become smoother and less responsive to short-term fluctuations. Here for the fast length we set it at 100, and here for the slow length we set it at 200, and for signal smoothing we set it at 50. And then here in the style tab, we remove MACD line and signal line because we're going to use only the histogram. Alright, this MACD with the special settings that we made now is less responsive to short movement of the price in the pullbacks, so it can effectively help us with longer term trend of the market. When it is green, the market is trending up, and when it is red, the market is trending down. Let me teach you how you can trade based on this setup. Before we start, I'm proud to announce that recently I published a book, The Art of Price Action Trading, which is a comprehensive guide to price action analysis. The link is in the description and you can get it later if you're interested to learn price action trading. Alright, as I said, when MACD histogram is green, the market is trending up, and in this situation, we should look for long position opportunities. For this purpose, we're going to use this indicator RVI, and we wait for the times that RVI goes below this level, point -2, and then when it crosses above the signal line, it is considered a buy signal. We can use any bullish crossover in this situation. For example, this one, you can see that it was a good signal. Also, this one was a good signal, but we want to decrease our risk as much as possible and only take the ones that offer higher probability of giving the expected result. And these are the ones when RVI shows oversold while the MACD histogram is green, and we wait for RVI line to cross above the signal line. When the candle is closed and RVI line is already closed above the signal line, here in MACD histogram, the bar should be dark green. The signal is confirmed only if the bar in MACD histogram is dark green. We don't take the signal if it is light green, because when the MACD histogram is light green, it tells us that in longer term perspective, the upside momentum is weakening. But when the bar is dark green, it tells us that the upside momentum is increasing. So here the buy signal is confirmed. So in practice, we could enter a long position at this point, and you can see that it was a profitable trade. The stop loss for this trade is placed below the previous swing low, and for the profit target, risk to reward ratio of 2 is okay. Following the uptrend, you can see that RVI line again went below this level and then it crossed above the signal line. But when we check MACD histogram, we can see that the bar is light green. So we don't take the signal, and you can see that it was a correct rejection and the price declined and hitting our stop loss, which we would place it around here. On the other hand, when MACD histogram is red, we should look for short position opportunities. And in this situation, here in this indicator, we wait for the times that RVI goes above this level and then it crosses below the signal line. When RVI line is closed below the signal line, here in MACD histogram, the bar should be dark red. If it is light red, we don't take the signal because this shows that in longer term perspective, the downside momentum is weakening. But when the bar in MACD histogram is dark red, it tells us that the downside momentum is increasing. So here we have a confirmed sell signal, and in practice, we could enter a short position at this point with the stop loss above the previous swing high and profit target at risk to reward ratio of 2. Another short position opportunity happened here where RVI line went above this level and then it crossed below the signal line at this point, and you can see that in MACD histogram the bar is dark red. So in practice we could enter a short position at this point with the stop loss above the previous swing high, and this is also a profitable trade as you can see, and we continue like this. Please pay attention that this trading strategy will not give you 100% win rate. This is not possible. There is no indicator or trading strategy with zero false signal, and losing positions are always part of the game no matter how much accurate is your trading strategy. So you need to manage your risk properly. There is a risk management strategy that is called 1% rule, and it's one of the best risk management strategies that you can use. I have a complete guide on this. The link is also placed in the description, and I highly recommend you to watch it because without a proper risk management strategy, you cannot become a consistently profitable trader. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video and good luck with your trading.